Hi everyone, this is Aisha Sarwari. I'm heading Comms and Sustainability at Jazz. Really happy to be here with Gabor today. So Gabor, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me here, Aisha.
So Gabor, there's always a perspective of what jazz is. How would you describe jazz?
I think jazz is a group of great people and great talent that are creating tremendous value both for the shareholder and for the customers. So it may sound sort of weird or obvious, but that's what I really truly see.
When did the shift happen to realize that really the drivers of change are the people?
Well, you need to know that I've been CFOing for close to 20 years. So of course at the beginning it was all about the numbers and the figures, and somewhere probably 3-4 years ago, that was probably time when I had very similar feelings when I understood the value of people, how good people could be. And then the real challenge is not to put the figures together. That's sort of a hygiene factor. It's just not super interesting anymore after 15 or 18 years because you've been doing that. It goes without saying that the figures have to be right. Accounting has to be right. Taxation has to be right. All the other aspects of finance are to be right. But then comes what else on top of the financials or the figures could be interesting.
How would you do that? What's your leadership style?
I expect from my team that they should be mature enough to understand that just holding back information,
it is a cost to the company.
It's a cost of the company and it's not a knowledge.
What kind of behaviors do you constantly see that limit a company or a division's progress? Like one you mentioned, withholding information.
Well, I'm a firm believer in cooperation, in the team spirit and the team action together. I'm also a firm believer that you have to be humble, because if you have a big ego can cover a lot of things, and then it means that if you have a big ego, you're looking after your own personal interest, and then everything else is a secondary, including the company's interest, and that's not good. So humbleness is very important because that humbleness allows you to listen, to synthesize, and make the right decision.
Because I think whenever an organization needs work done, they look for who gets the work done. And if you are quietly working, the chances are they will probably come to you. So create your value and be found rather than spam yourself.
But the environment has to be there. So there has to be an environment, your supervisor, your peers, everybody has to be around you who is receptive and understands that what you're doing is really valuable.
You're absolutely right. The environment has to be right. I think the people at the top need to be competent, because that's when then that challenge of getting a smart person on your team doesn't happen. Like you're not intimidated by that.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I like when I have very smart people. I like even more if they're smarter than I am.
How much do you think you know digital technically as a CFO, and is that a very important component of your work?
I personally don't know too much about. I'm learning. So this is probably, if you ask me what is my biggest learning, I would say it's the digital piece. So to me, this is a new journey we embarked a few months ago in finance with some people from my management team and IT team and the digital team of Jazz.
Tell us about your work ethic. What made you a humble CFO?
I prefer to simplify what I can simplify, and that includes the work ethic. So I want to follow those very straightforward and simple principles in life, that certain things I just don't do no matter what.
Anyone you want to credit for that?
I don't have many role models in my life, but definitely my father is someone I look up, and he was like that.
Gabor, what's it like being an expat in Pakistan?
Pakistan delivered above my expectations, so I feel very relaxed now in the country. I really enjoy every day being here, working with talented people, and it's beautiful. We just go outside the courtyard that we have in DHQ1 and DHQ2, the flowers, the fountains, the everything. It's just, I keep taking pictures and sending it back home. That guys, this is where I am.
Fountain.
So this is Pakistan. So you guys have a whole different picture about Pakistan, but this is the real Pakistan.
Gabor, thank you for your time, and we're very glad to have you here today.
Thank you very much, Aisha.
Thank you.
दुनिया को बता दो।